Good morning. Happy Friday. Taking a live look outside right here from the 9 News studios at Spear and Logan. Blue skies. You can see the flags moving around just a little bit, a light little breeze. Today, we're going to get close to 90 degrees once again. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey Rose.
And I'm Jordan Chavez. Good morning, everybody. Now, if you're like Corey and you're really happy about that, we got some better for news on the way. If you're like me, well, have fun sticking your face in the freezer
Wait till
for the
October.
whole weekend. Yeah, exactly. Fall is coming. How long, Chris, did you say? How far away?
Only 4 months, Jordan, until you get the weather you want. So
okay.
only 4 months.
I'll wait.
We do have some notable breaking news here, though. There was the USGS is confirming there was a magnitude 2.9 earthquake just outside of Tacona at 6:08 this morning. So if you woke up and felt some shaking, that would have been that. Now, a 2.9, you can barely feel that. Many of you did not feel that, but that epicenter was near Tacona. So here in the Denver area, you may have felt that shaking again. That took place at 6:08 this morning, so a little less than 55 minutes ago. And again, looking at that, we will have those maps for you here in the next couple of minutes. But again, that just into us here at 9 News. And it is rare to get an earthquake, especially when the center of it is right near Denver. Now, the story right now, upper 50s, low 60s for us around the metro area, 50s, 60s, eastern plains, 40s and 50s for us in the mountains today. 89, gusty storm between 2 and 6 p.m. And that risk for severe weather north and east of Denver, level 2 risk for us across the northeastern corner of the state. Headlines, we do have that risk for severe weather later today. I'll detail that for you and show you the map of that earthquake coming up here in just a couple minutes in my full forecast. Erica?
Chris, thank you. Let's get you out the door. Talk about the traffic impact drive 7:02 on your Friday. Southbound 225, we do have some stop and go at Yosemite Street. We also have southbound I-25 delays at I-25 and Park Avenue. Let's take you over to our map right now and check in on your drive if we're able to bring you over to the map. Fantastic. Eastbound Colfax Avenue, we do have reports of a crash at 225. We are looking at about an 8 to 10 minute backup on westbound I-70 for your drive between E470 and 76. 4-minute slowdown, so really not terrible on southbound 225 for your drive between I-70 and I-25, and decent shape into Commerce City as well. Only a 4-minute delay on westbound 76.
It's been more than a week since anyone has seen or heard from 13-year-old Jeremiah Jacobs. This morning, police are asking for your help finding him. Jeremiah was last seen around 9 at night on June 4th. He was walking near West 12th Avenue and Quitman Street in Denver, not far from Spear. If you see Jeremiah, call Denver Police. That number is at the bottom of your screen right now. It's 720-913-2000.
Happening today, the woman who hit and killed a 17-year-old cyclist will be sentenced. Yeva Smiljanska fell asleep at the wheel before hitting Magnus White on a Boulder County highway in July of 2023. 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez is live in Boulder with what we can expect inside the courtroom today. Brianna, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Jordan. So we know earlier this year, a jury found the driver guilty of felony vehicular homicide. We know today is going to be the sentencing here in Boulder at 10 a.m. and she could face up to 2 to 6 years. So we know back in 2023, Team USA cyclist Magnus White, he was training along Highway 119 just past North 63rd Street when he was hit and killed by Smiljanska. During the trial, prosecutors introduced cell phone records hours before the crash. And those records show a series of phone calls as well as text messages between the hours of 3 and 6 a.m., which includes videos of the driver singing with her friends. Prosecutors argued she went to a friend's house after leaving a Longmont bar and should not have made the decision to drive that day due to lack of sleep. Now, 9 News spoke to White's mother shortly after the verdict, and she believes that the conviction is a step forward, but whatever sentence is given out today will not be enough. So again, sentencing will start at 10 a.m. this morning in the Boulder County Courthouse that you see over my shoulder. Our 9 News reporter, Kevin Vaughn, he is going to be live there inside of that courtroom bringing you the latest information. So, of course, we're going to have that both on air as well as online. For now, I'm live here in Boulder. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
Brianna, thank you. This week in Colorado, we'll see dozens of protests, including in the small community of Genesee. It's part of the nationwide No Kings Day of Defiance. National organizers for the No Kings movement say it stands against the Trump administration's policies, like the immigration raids that we have seen in L.A. They say this protest was planned well before that happened. Annie Morrissey is the organizer for the protest happening in Genesee, and she says usually these types of protests only take place in Denver or larger cities. Annie says the fact that smaller communities are stepping up speaks to how many Coloradans feel.
Some will tell us that they don't agree, and that's all right too. But we're all here and we're participating in this dialogue to say to our government, you do not have the right to take these constitutional protections away from us.
Officials in the town of Parker tried to reschedule the No Kings protest because it would interfere with the Parker Days Festival. They're asking protesters to go to other towns like Castle Rock. Instead, people in Parker plan to protest along the sidewalks. This morning, we are learning an appeals court is allowing the federal government to keep control of California's National Guard for now.
Yeah, that's right. President Trump seized control of the Guard and sent them into the streets of Los Angeles to crack down on protesters. Leaders in Colorado have been watching that case closely over fears that the federal government could send the military here next. Trump deployed thousands of troops in response to protests in L.A. over a series of immigration raids. In response, Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom filed an emergency motion asking U.S. District Judge Charles Breyer to block the Guard from assisting with those raids. The judge made an even broader ruling, saying that Trump had not properly federalized the National Guard in the first place. The Trump administration appealed, and late last night, an appeals court temporarily blocked that judge's ruling, allowing Trump to keep control until they can hear arguments on Tuesday. 20 Democratic attorneys general, including Colorado's AG Phil Weiser, filed a legal brief supporting California's legal challenge to the deployment. They argued that Trump's order could be used to deploy the National Guard to any state within the next 60 days.